Alright, well, I guess I'm doing this again because it somehow cut out through my first take, so... second takes, I don't like them. Anyway, what's going on, ladies and gentlemen? I have another standard OU match. And today, I'm going to be showing you how to use a bulky Rotom correctly. So, I'm facing a weather team. He leads off with his Politoed to get his Permarain up. I lead off with a 4-gen standard Metagross set with Rocks and Lumberry. He goes for the Scald and the Rain. Does about 37%. I go for the Rocks because he does have a Dragonite on this team, and it will be nice to get the multi-scale off of that thing as soon as it comes in. He goes for another Scald. I go for the Hammer Arm because I figure that's the best move, or the hardest hitting move I can put down on the Politoed, and then on the next turn I can hit it with a Meteor or a Bullet Punch. I was kind of thinking Meteor Mash because I might get the attack raise, but I feel like Hammer Arm would have been better in the long run because it would do more damage. I do get a crit on the Bullet Punch, so that's nice. That does a little bit more damage before it goes down. So that's 5-6 in his favor. I go into my Rotom W. He protects the Scout to see what I'm going to do, and I really should have just Volt Switched to make him think I'm choice in some way, but I go for the Will-O-Wisp, not thinking he would have Protect for some reason. So yeah, that's that. What happens next? After turn effects, I haven't seen this game in a while. This is the second take I'm taking, so I've seen it once. He goes into Starmie, thinking he can spin away my rocks and absorb the Will-O-Wisp and then switch out with Natural Cure. But I decided to Volt Switch. Not sure why. Maybe thinking his Politoed would stay in. I go into my Scizor. This is a Swords Dance Life Orb Scizor. Ignore that. That's just my computer being bad. I don't want to take a Scald in the ring, so as I said, I'm Swords Dance, I'm not defensive, and I don't want to risk the burn, because that will absolutely cripple my Scizor. Ignore that also. I go on my Quack, my Dusclops. This is a Rest Talking Dusclops. I kind of use it as a spin blocker, and a mild Toxic Staller, but not really, just because Dusclops is a beastly-ass wall with Eviolite. He gets the burn on the Scald. It's not really going to matter much because on his next turn, on his Protect, I'm going to rust off the damage just so I can start using this Dusclops. Ooh, Family Guy. As I said, I go for the rest. He gets some leftovers. I Sleep Talk. He goes for the Scald. It only does like 17%. That just shows how much of a boss Dusclops is. I Sleep Talk and S-Toss. Yeah, Seismic Toss. So that's kind of good. Like I said, I carry Toxic, and I kind of would like that on this Politoed just because it's a bit of a wall. Goes for the Skull. It's not really doing anything. I Sleep Talk, a Toxic, and I think I miss. Yeah, I miss a Toxic. So that sucks. I think this is the turn I wake up, and I go for another Toxic just because I really want this Politoed Toxic. Don't really know why. That's just my #1 priority right now. But yeah, as I said, I wake up, go for the Toxic, and I miss again. I'm sitting here like, dude, really? I mean, I know you have one eye, Dusclops, but you can't miss twice in a row. That's just ridiculous, man. Real talk. But yeah, I don't really want to take another Scald. So he Toxics me. Like I said, it's not going to do much. So I am going to rest on this turn, get back to full health, eliminate the Toxic, and start doing my Sleep Talking thing again. Yeah, does he switch out on this turn? I think he switches into his Dragonite. Yeah, switches into his Dragonite. I break his multi-scale with the Rocks, like I said, always nice. I Sleep Talk a Toxic, and that shows me that he carries the Lumberry. So that's kind of nice to get the Lumberry out of the way so I can come in with my Rotom, possibly later to Will-O-Wisp it and virtually cripple it. So I bring in my Scarf Jolly Moxie-Ment. Oh yeah, this thing is a boss. I really wish I could use it a lot more. So I know I'm faster, and I go for the Stone Edge. I don't know why I didn't go for the Dragon move, because I think I carry Dragon Claw. Probably because I was thinking Ferrothorn would absolutely stop this set, but it would stop it anyway. So yeah, he takes me out with his own Dragon Claw. So that really shows the difference between Adamant and Jolly on Pokemon. And then I go in my Scizor, Revenge Kill with Bullet Punch, all the little stuff. What's he going to? His Rotom? Yeah, he goes to his Rotom, and I switch out, not wanting to take anything in the rain, because I know it'll take me out. I know I can use my Scizor for later, so I go on my Quack, my beastly ass Dusclops wall, as he goes for the Volt Switch on my Switch. I do believe he goes into his Ferrothorn, knowing that he can set up, do anything pretty much he wants. He can set up all over my face, Leech Seed, Spikes, Rocks, all that fun, not really fun stuff for me. Like I said, he can do all that, and I stay in, and I Sleep Talk, a rest here, which sucks, so he gets a whole free turn to do whatever he wants. Which he uses to set up Spikes. I still stay in for 2 turns. I Sleep Talk and S-Toss, which is nice. Maybe I was just hoping for 2 S-Tosses. Only possible reason I can think of. Sets up another layer of Spikes. I'm just like, oh, son of a gun. I'm gonna get set up all over the place, but I know I'm good with my Alakazam because I do have Magic Guard, which will block anything. Not, you know how Magic Guard works. Mr. Graph. He sets up a Leech Seed, Magic Guard. It's gonna stop that from doing anything. I think this is a timid one, so I go for the Focus Blast, but it doesn't really matter because I miss. Focus miss. I was debating between Hidden Power Fire and Focus Blast, and Hidden Power Fire is in the rain, but it's 4 times super effective from an Alakazam with 125 base special attack. So it still, look at that, it still does a sizable chunk. What's that, like 60 something? He's got 60 something left. So yeah, it does a good amount. So if I hit the Focus Blast, this would definitely be a dead Ferrothorn right now. But anyway, I go into my Rotom. I know he actually stays in, so I go for the Volt Switch. As I go into my Quack, I believe, as Death Fodder or something. I don't know why I go into this. One thing I can think of is Death Fodder. Maybe hoping I can wake up and S-Toss it. But he gets a crit on the Power Whip, which is going to further my belief that I put this in as Death Fodder. I do think I get an S-Toss on this. Yes, I do. So that's a nice way for Dusclops to end his life. Why did I die? I have no idea why I died. Anyway, Power Whip misses because there's nothing to Power Whip. I go into my Scizor because I know I can set out 1 Swords Dance, and then I can take it out with a Brick Break, because I carry Brick Break over Superpower, so I don't get the attack and defense drops, and I can break screens that the person might have set up. Misses the Leech Seed, which is nice. That kind of makes up for my toxic misses. But yeah, that's that. I go for the Brick Break, take it out pretty easily from a Scizor. It's gonna die. Yeah, Life Orb damage. He goes into his Rotom. Now here, I don't even know what I was doing with the Scizor. He takes me out. I don't know why I didn't go for the Bullet Punch. I mean, it's 4 times resisted, but it's better than not putting any form of damage on this Rotom. I probably went for the Brick Break. Again, I don't know why. I would have died anyway. So I go on my own Rotom, and I'm thinking, oh, this is all game over and stuff. And so he sends in his Donphan. Oh, and lucky for me, I had the rocks up, so I get to take out his Donphan in 1 shot without having to worry about Sturdy. Because I think if he would have Ice Sharded me, it wouldn't have done a lot, but it would have done enough to where his Rotom possibly would have been able to take me out later on. Goes into his Politoed, I just Volt Switch it to death. And here's what you call a comeback, folks. Because Rotom to Rotom, I brought this back from a 1 to 3. And I think he has a Scarf Rotom because I feel like Spec should be doing a lot more than that. Not a lot, but definitely more. So I just start Volt Switching. We just start Volt Switching just to get the most damage on. And my Volt Switch is doing more than his Volt Switch because I am modest. I am the standard Smogon set. But I flipped the HP and the speed. So I think my HP is 112 EVs and my speed is 144. Or maybe whatever the Smogon set is, flip the HP and the speed, and that's my Rotom set. With the Will-O-Wisp, Volt Switch, stuff, and other stuff. So yeah, all these OU matches, I'm trying to get into never use and underuse. Alright, before I was kind of interrupted by my own self. I plan on getting into never used and underused just because I feel like those would be fun tiers to play with. And probably never used before underused, because I've seen a lot of never used battles. I really want to use an analytic Magneton. I don't know why. Don't ask me why. I just really want to use that. So expect one after I burn through like the next 3 OU matches I have. I just have some pretty good backed up OU matches. So expect that within a couple weeks. So yeah, thanks for watching. Comment, rate, sub. See ya.